Hello and welcome to Mzansi Videos. Today I'm featuring EFF leadership and also Malema, where they are going to be addressing rumors surrounding their leadership transition and everything. Please subscribe for more.
Unfortunate because even he himself now fell into the trap of discussing the leadership of the EFF with the journalist, a matter that has been raised with him, and he has been reprimanded strongly that it is not done in the EFF to be excited and run all over the media. He has since apologized, and we accepted his apology. Thank you very much.
Let's take the first round of questions, guys. You can. Wow. In line with the last remarks about who's contesting who, I would like to ask all five of you individually, are you available? Are you available? Are you available? Are you available? Are you available?
I can answer for all of them. They are available. All of us are available.
Okay.
All members of the EFF are available. They will be raised from the floor. They will accept the nomination.
And the chair, are you contesting for the president?
No. This has been explained. You know, the problems that you look at it as the ANC process, where there are nominations in the provinces and so on. We don't do it like that. The president has just explained. It's done from the floor.
Of conference.
You know why we do it like that? So when people nominate from the branch, they fight at the branch. Then they go and fight at the region. Then they go and fight at the province. Then they come here fighting. And then they conclude the fight here. So we want them to fight once. Fight, and before you know it is done. We all go back home. So there is no permanent picture of a party in conflict with itself. So all of them, it doesn't mean they didn't discuss. I mean, Colin's video somehow tries to tell you that there is some discussion, taking place in the EFF.
So those questions will be answered in front of the whole country.
Yes.
They'll say, Mr. Malema, are you available?
And they will be there. They play the session will be open, and then the IEC will ask us individually. We are available. We are available. We may not be available for certain positions, which may be beyond our capacity. For instance, I can't write minutes. So if the IEC comes with such things, or treasurer, or president, so we'll deal with that. Okay? Yes, ma'am.
So just on that again, if you are nominated on the floor for the position of president, are you available to accept it? Would you accept it, or are there certain positions you're not?
Let me say it again. Those questions will be answered in front of the entire country. When we say, this is how it's going to work. I raise my hand, I nominate Mr. Julius Malema for the president. Then they go to him, Mr. Malema, are you available? Yes or no? Then the whole country will know. So we can't now, if we want to start factionalism, we'll start answering those questions that you're asking us now. Because now it's going to be, oh, so-and-so is available. No, this one is not available. This organization will never be factionalized. So all those in the media who are trying to factionalize this organization are going to fail, because we have no time for factions. We have time for contestation if we contest, or no contestation if we don't contest. And contestation must never be confused with factionalism.
Okay, just two questions from me, CIC. You're going to Nigeria. Perhaps just please tell us about your visit there and the significance of that visit. Secondly, last week we said you were in studio and you spoke about the partnership between the EFF and the DA. The EFF had said they will consult and get back to us. So in light of the report, the organizational report from the DA saying that it was a mistake for the EFF and for the DA to actually get into a partnership, what then will now happen? And then has the ANC tried to reach out to the EFF in terms of forming something within the city of Johannesburg?
Well, I just landed this morning from Baku, from a non-aligned movement summit representing PAP, but also going to sell the gospel of the EFF. We are continuing with that work. We're now going to Nigeria. We'll meet different stakeholders, members of parliament, different governors, different organizations, to try and sell the EFF International. we have taken a conscious decision to engage with the international community because some of us are ashamed that SG's report is going to be very empty when it comes to international relations. We have not done very well, and it's a responsibility we must accept that when we assume responsibilities in the political formations, we should know what it entails, and we should take those responsibilities with seriousness. A lot of interest has been shown in the continent and international towards the EFF, but the EFF doesn't grab that opportunity with both hands. And I don't understand. Maybe the SG, when he gives that report, he will explain why did we fail to appreciate the fact that the continent and the international community, including the diaspora, is receiving the EFF very well, but the EFF is not responding. In the discussion document, one of the areas we are raising is perhaps to get a full-time person to deal with international relations. Because you can't call yourself an internationalist, yet you've got no presence in the other international platforms. And people are beginning to understand the EFF the way they are being told by the media, as a fascist organization, as a racist organization, as an anarchist organization. That Marxist-Leninist international character of the EFF disappeared because of laziness and the ability to appreciate that we cannot be an internationalist movement but spend most of the time in Alexander. We ought to locate the struggles of Alexander into international politics. What's happening in Lebanon, what's happening in Chile, what's happening in Venezuela, what's happening in Cuba, in Zimbabwe, and all over the world should be understood so that we don't think we exist in isolation. So that's the work I will be doing in the next few days towards the conference of the EFF.
Yes, guys, as you have seen, this is Julius Malema. He's addressing the rumors. This is after an article from The Citizen came out claiming that there's going to be leadership transition within the EFF and that positions, which are higher positions occupied by famous fellows such as W. Mpofu, Julius Malema, Godrich Gadi, and also Mbuyiseni Ndlozi are going to be occupied, meaning that it also claimed that Malema will be stepping down as the chief in command of the EFF and that Mpofu is going to be contesting with Malema for the leadership position, and that also the chairperson will also be replaced, and also another one, who's that guy, man? Floyd Shivambu will also be replaced. This is after something that came within, that they were claiming that the lower ranks of the EFF wanted to remove Malema as the president. Now we're waiting to see after their conference as to whether this is true or not. According to the way that they say the conference will be conducted, as you have heard, is that it's going to be live streamed live, and from the conference venue leadership will be elected, and members of the EFF will vote as to whether they want that person to be the president, they want that person to be their chairperson, they want the person to be their whatever that is within the deputy president, whatever that is within the EFF. They're going to be conducting this election in a way that is way different than the ANC one, which elects via Nazarek, via which elects via the branches, and then they send someone from the branches, is elected all the way up. So anyway, guys, this is just a new angle that I'm trying to include everything that is happening in South Africa, particularly in the political scene, since I believe there's more news to cover in that section. Hence, I would like to also include political content, but we'll also carry on with the content that we've been doing in this channel. But I also want to know your input with regards to politics and everything. I want to build this as a community. It's a South African community. We're going to be sharing everything that is happening in South Africa, and I think it would be unfair not to share the political scene, since it's also the most vibrant scene in South Africa, one of the most vibrant topics topics to cover, and also has a lot of information to inform us as to where our country is going forward, and it also affects most of the things that we cover in this channel. Whether they are millionaires in South Africa or not, that depends on how well the economy is running, and how well the economy is running also falls into the hands of the politicians. So everything is interconnected. It also affects each other in different ways. With that being said, guys, I hope you will support me on this journey by clicking on the subscribers button, and also click on the like button to like this video, so that we can keep growing, and share it with your friends, share it with everyone, your family and everyone, so that we can keep growing and growing as a platform. I thank you guys for everything. Until next time.